to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said, what's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Take it and go, take it and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit.
We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Putting it down for that, time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at, you know what it be, playing this here for the keeps, had to make out with a piece, a family to feed, third cold where the trophy should be, EA got me in the game now, read on with the game now, they're hearing with a lane now, my home second with a rain now, legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill, it's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing to the heel.
We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Summer drawing to a close here in the Southeast. The roof is closed at the wondrous Mercedes-Benz Stadium due to the hot temps still outside here in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. first down throw. Darnold. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold now to throw. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
On the keeper.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
At the 44-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
He was
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
The score, Falcons 7, Packers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here's a give to Mixon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long
Samson
play, so
Ebukam.
be it. But the main
A
goal,
gain of 4.
get a couple of
Brings
first
up
downs,
second
run
down
some plays, run
at
some
the
clock, allow their
34-yard
defense
line.
to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now Brady. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end.
Complete to
7 yards there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he takes it past the 45 and down
Joe
at the
Mixon
46.
on the carry.
5
Dorian
yards is the
O'Daniel
tally on
the
first
tackle.
down. That brings up second
It's
and
a gain
5.
of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
A handoff to Mixon. And he works his way forward for about 4
Mixon
up to the
again,
midfield
the ball
stripe.
carrier. Tackled
When you
made
find
right
that
at
kind of yardage,
midfield.
you couldn't be more
It's
as a ball carrier. And guess what?
And
You're going
it's
to go back and tell your
third
offensive
down.
coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
the handoff to Joe
A
Mixon.
third down gain of 3
The
yards,
tackle
and that'll
made
be
at the
enough.
47-yard
That's
line.
a tremendous group
A
effort
gain of
there,
3
because
on
when you
the
talk about
play.
offensive lines, the
First
best
down,
ones,
Green Bay.
talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First down,
Line of scrimmage, the
Packers.
31 now on 1st and 10. Kendall Fuller in on
Joe
the stop.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty
He
stacked
was
up there
brought
in the
down
middle of
by
the line.
Kendall
A lot
Fuller.
of bodies, not much
1
space.
yard gain.
I think ultimately
Brings up
he was
second
fortunate to
and
get
9
anything out of that
at
run.
the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now this time he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers!
Touchdown, Green
Dallas
Bay.
Goedert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback charge. You're on the road, takes him down, throws a touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting back
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Sam Darnold,
the sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Down back at the 14-yard
well, so much for
line.
setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5. Watch the run, watch the run.
Back to throw, Darnold. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
That's good.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
At the 46-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike, 55, check 55, Mike. Coming for you. Mike 55, Mike 55. Man, 80. You're trash, you're trash. Jim, yo, 80. Jim.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Past the 20, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
2nd and 1.
He's going deep for Brown. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
7.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
The pass.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
4th down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Hardman on the return.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. Mike 5-9. Hey, here we go. Mike 6.
A give to Jones. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
The tackle made
brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Joe Mixon on the carry.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey. You got 3. 3 down. Safe. Shift.
Now it's Mixon running right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Stills. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Here's Hardman to return.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Darnold. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Falcons. Nicole Hardman, 60 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this will make it into the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A 2-yard gain.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. So that one will be accepted. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
Running right down their throat.
Touchdown, Packers.
Mixon on the
Joe
carry.
Mixon,
Touchdown,
his fourth
Green
touchdown
Bay.
on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front.
Lining up for the extra
Well, a lot
point.
of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
The kick
it does
is good.
because you have to make the proper
Makes
read.
the score,
Doesn't matter what
Packers
guy
21,
you've decided is going to be red on the
Falcons
defensive
14.
front. You still have to execute it.
Kaimi
If he comes to the
Fairbairn
quarterback,
set to kick
you
off.
saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 26-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Darnold. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Darnold on 1st down. Quick slant to Brown. And now off to the races down the right side. He is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 48 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
His kick is
And he's
good.
got it up and through.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts.
A loss of 5
As they'll
yards.
stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
3rd and 15.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll throw now on the final play. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Out of the gun now on third down. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Nixon with a first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at
no matter how they
40-yard
phrase
line.
it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A former star at nearby Georgia. This is Sony Michel. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Sony Michel, the ball carrier.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
To the 48-yard line.
On every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On 2nd down, Mixon. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot
The handoff
else.
to Joe Mixon.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the Falcons,
a small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12. Down to the 25. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
At the 11-yard
watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
A loss of 2 yards.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. The kick by Fairbairn is good. Back now in Atlanta. Where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Faking the give, Darnold. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Devin McCourty on the tackle.
Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On second down now, it's Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Switch up, switch up. Let's go.
On first down, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
27, check Mike 27. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Here we go.
Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Watch safety creep, watch safety creep. Here we go.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. After the run by Jones, here's first and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
First and 10.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
From the 5, here's second and 2.
On the pickup, brings up second and 2.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
The ball carrier.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Brady going to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. There he goes left side. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and goal from the 1. Stepping up, he's going to, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Packers have moved out in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Good. Makes the score Packers 31, Falcons 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. That go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 9-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
He was
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
He was taken down.
He lost 2 and it brings up 4.
2 yards.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
31.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated